rather another company, Jindal Drilling. The stock's been doing fairly well. If you were to pull up the last 1 month chart, it's been a good run as far as Jindal Drilling is concerned. And of course, the management is also with us today to talk about the fundamentals of the company. What are the plans, the growth plans? It's been a while since we've touched base with them. The company, Naresh Kumar, Managing Director, Jindal Drilling Industries, is with us at this point of time. Mr. Kumar, morning, sir. Welcome to Profit. At the very onset, let me first congratulate you, sir, on making it to the among the Forbes best under $100 billion Asia list. Congratulations, sir. Well, we know that such kind of recognitions come in from long hard work and long years of hard work trying to build a business. But we're also interested in knowing what's next as far as Jindal Drilling is concerned.
Thanks. Good morning. And thanks for your good wishes on this Forbes award also, or the nomination on the list, which is of course very prestigious, and we are very happy, and I'm very proud of my team and thankful to God for bringing us here. We are able to contribute to the oil and gas sector, particularly in India, in a good way. And company has been steadily progressing, and last financial year has been the best one for the company so far. So far as your question of further growth in the company for this year, I would say that as you know, that company is under restructuring right now, and so there is no plans for any capex for this at this point of time till the time this restructuring is completed. And then these restructured companies will be doing their own plans for which are big anyway. So that's what is the situation right away.
Right, so I'll get into slight more details here. I know exploration has been something the company has been looking at quite aggressively. You've also been expressing interest in getting some exploration blocks through NELP rounds. Any luck so far, sir? What have been your plans on that front, and when do we see that coming into the foray?
Well, that's a good question. We have been looking at this opportunity for a long time now, and but nothing has, we didn't see anything which we would have entered into, but we are talking to a few industry players in this for taking a stake into this exploration in the NELP 9 block. Depending on what kind of blocks and depending on who the partner probably could be, that will decide. But perhaps that will again not be in the Jindal Drilling, because that phase is, as I mentioned to you just now, that we are under restructuring, and two other companies will be divesting out of Jindal Drilling. So each company's management will take that decision that how they want to go. And the company which I would be looking after after demerger, certainly there are plans for that.
Okay, so I just want to just get some clarity. This is Manvi joining in from the Delhi studio, and once again, congratulations on the Forbes Asia Best Under Billion list. I wanted to just get some clarity. You're saying that the new entity Jindal Drilling is not really going to be looking at the oil exploration business. Is that the essence of what you just indicated?
No, what I'm saying is Jindal Drilling is an entity today, but it is under reorganization, restructuring right now, and to be demerged into two different companies, which will be again listed companies, the same business of the company. Jindal Drilling will also remain listed. That process is on. So at the moment, since it is under restructuring, Jindal Drilling is not going to take up any projects right now. But these demerged entities, management, because they are creating more focus by demerging, and each management will take care of their plans for growth. And that's what I was saying. The company which will be demerged and I'll be looking after has plans to get into exploration as well, and further expand into our current activities of offshore drilling and other services.
Okay, thanks for that clarity, sir. Let's come back to the the here and now business. You've got an alliance with Noble Drilling under which you're operating two of its rigs. One is trying to understand if there are many more such alliances in the pipeline, or at least in your mind space. Are you going to be working on this alliance route?
Well, let me clarify. First of all, we have got 3 rigs from Noble right now, which are operating, and 2 of our partially owned JV rigs, which we are operating. So our company is operating a totally of 5 rigs. But as you rightly said, there are more alliances expected in drilling as well as in different fields. So we are always open to look into more alliances. But Noble is definitely is supporting. We are supporting each other But we are not close to any new alliances if the terms matches and we can have a win-win situation with them. Because India is growing and requirements in India is growing anyway. And we've been, company has done pretty well. I've been personally involved since its inception and coming up of the company up till this stage. Of course, credit goes to my team and of course, as I said again, the God, without whose wish nothing happens. But everybody has worked very well for the company and we are thankful to our clients. ONGC, I would say particularly that we have been beneficial to each other. So we are open to the new alliances. We had in fact another alliance for looking for a deep water drilling and we will be pursuing deep water as well.
Mr. Kumar, can you talk about the restructuring, sir? You mentioned about that it's a current process which is going on right now. When exactly can we expect the restructuring to get completed, and the two entities that you're talking about, do we see a subsequent listing as well for them? What kind of timelines are we looking at?
That's a good question. Yes, these both entities will be listed and all the shareholders of Jindal Drilling, current shareholders on the closing date, will be getting the shares of all these. They will remain shareholder of Jindal Drilling and will be also getting the shares of these two listed entities. Regarding the timeline, we are still working on it. There are a few glitches in that, but let's hope that we should be getting into within this financial year. It should be done. That's my hope.
Can you talk about the share entitlement? What kind of an entitlement are we looking at for the investors, as you just pointed out?
Well, that's under the restructuring scheme, so this is not the best appropriate time to mention that. Once the board decides about the final and the consultants have worked out everything financially, that will be the time when we'll be able to publish that. But shareholders are going to gain value, I can say that.
You talked about deep water exploration is something you would... All right, go ahead, sir. I was just referring to another point. You can complete.
No, that's what it is. I think I'm able to pick up what you wanted to ask the next, is deep water exploration. Now, let me just clarify again. Deep water, not exploration, but we will go for deep water drilling. Deep water exploration is too big a thing for us, but we will go for, we'll work for the companies, oil companies, ONGC, Reliance, or whoever gets into deep water blocks for drilling into those blocks. That's our plan.
What kind of an investment are we planning here? I know you're into the restructuring board right now, no real capex plan as of now, but ultimately what kind of investment are we looking at?
It's a good question again, but let's wait for that little time. It'll be premature to mention anything right now because first the board has to be informed about it and discussed about it and approved about it of all the three companies post restructuring, and then I'll be able to concretize and say something. And I promise you I will do that.
And so we'll hold you to that promise. But, you know, at the risk of sounding extremely repetitive, I'm going to ask for clarity's sake once again. These, you know, once the demerger is complete, which entity will have what business, or is it too early to ask that question? I am asking it because I'm sure there's some broad thinking there.
Yeah, that's not a that's a question I can answer right now because this has been also notified to the stock exchanges. So it's a public information now. There will be one entity which will be known as Deep Water Drilling and Industries Limited. One our JV-owned rig Virtue 1 and another Noble Adholt, which is from Noble Drilling, which both have got 5-year contract expiring now in 14 and 15. Will be demerged into Deep Water Drilling and Industries Limited, which I will be looking after. And another one, other 3 rigs, which is Discovery 1, which is our JV-owned rig, and 2 of Noble rigs will be demerged into another company, which is Jindal Explore Drill Limited. Will be looked after by Mr. D.P. Jindal or Mr. Raghav Jindal or whatever.
Thank you for your patience. I know that that was information sent to the stock exchanges, but in the context of the restructuring conversation we were having, it was important for viewers to understand exactly what the business split is going to be. Sir, thank you very much for joining us. Naresh Kumar, Managing Director of Jindal Drilling and Industries Limited. Good to have you here on NDTV Profit, and we do hope to catch up when the restructuring is final. When we return,